Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of the assistance and opportunities aspecting you, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, there's a few things I'd love to talk to you about, but first, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know you appreciate the content I am putting out. Deadliest Intuition is everywhere books are sold. My newest psychological thriller is waiting for you to read and review. I would greatly appreciate it. So go on and pick it up, check it out, and let me know what you think about it. In addition to that, there are a couple of other novels that are releasing this week that I'd like to tell you about. Perfectly Fine Christmas by LaJill Hunt releases on the 26th. You can pick it up. It is the perfect time to get it for a friend or one of your loved ones as a stocking stuffer for Christmas. Make sure you leave a review, of course. Now, Stephanie M. Freeman's novel, Season of the Blood, also released yesterday. So don't hesitate to pick up that murder mystery psychological thriller. It is also available everywhere books are sold. If you like to live an intentional life, you can check out the Intentional Life morning show on Clubhouse from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday and Friday. Now, Diamond's World is back this week discussing All the King's Men by Christian Keys at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's on Thursday. So if you haven't binged watched that series yet, dive in so you can join the discussion on Clubhouse. Last but not least, ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club has Freestyle Friday every Friday. If you'd like to participate as an artist, don't hesitate to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club and is available via Facebook. Let's get into the astrology. Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Taronic here with the astrology portion of your reading for the week of October 24th. Now, on Monday, I start with Monday, of course, because by the time I put this out, it will probably be Monday. And the written horoscope you can find on my Facebook page at author Taronic. So if you want to look at Sunday, you can go there. Now on Monday, the sun is in Scorpio at 2 degrees. That's a day that favors study, and you might find yourself working or researching or thinking in your solitude. Success can be had, but you have to put that brain or that imagination to work. So if you have placements in Scorpio between 0 and 5 degrees, even going back into Libra at 29 degrees, you can expect to be working in your solitude or thinking to yourself on that day, maybe trying to dream up something brilliant. Now, the moon in Gemini at 26 degrees is going to trine Libra in Mars in Libra at 26 degrees. So if you have any placements in Gemini or Libra from 23 to 29 degrees, this is about a blessing showing up to help you overcome a challenge you've been facing with social groups and friends, maybe even trying to accomplish a goal. And someone a relationship you have, maybe a friend, is going to help you to accomplish that goal. Someone could find the time to assist you where a partner could not. Now on Tuesday, the sun is in Scorpio at 3 degrees. This is a day you want to let your artistry shine. You could be recognized, especially if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Scorpio. Okay, that could definitely be coming in for you. And this is secret sacrifice and solitude. So it's about things that you've worked on in your solitude. It's about where you've sacrificed. Okay, you could definitely be recognized on that day. Now, the moon in Cancer at 7 degrees will aspect Saturn in Aquarius at 7 degrees as well. So restrictions and responsibilities to home and family, or your shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things you're passionate about are definitely aspecting. But it's aspecting a restriction and responsibility maybe from a sibling, something communicated to you through neighbors, your networks of people, or maybe even short distance travel. You might even have to drive or travel somewhere. You might have to communicate about something you're passionate about. It could be something to have to do with your networks of people and sex and intimacy. It could be any of those things. But you're kind of choosing between the two with that aspect because you have restrictions and responsibilities on you there with your neighbors and networks of people, but you also have things that you're really passionate about that you want to take care of. So you could be choosing between friends and family obligations, or between those two areas. And freedom is very liberating, but you don't want to jeopardize something that you're passionate about or something that you hold dear. Okay. Venus is in Sagittarius at 20 degrees, and it squares Neptune in Pisces at 20 degrees. Dreams, delusions about money, good times can surface. Maybe you're not just imagining things. In fact, there could be a charlatan in the mix. This is your area of self, in fact, when you're dealing with home and family. Now, Venus in Sagittarius at 20 degrees is going to square Neptune in Pisces at 20 degrees. Dreams or delusions about love, money, or, even daydreams coming during good times can surface. Okay. Now, maybe you're just maybe you're not imagining things. Maybe there's some type of charlatan in the mix. So you want to make sure you're not getting conned in the area of, for you, this would be home and family, maybe you even have some type of, you could have some illusions or delusions about money or love as it pertains to home and family as well. But if someone else is having delusions about finances or anything like that, your finances, like people like to be in your business, you need to make sure that you put a cap on that, and don't let anyone take advantage of you. Okay. If you have any placements between 17 and 23 degrees of Sagittarius or Pisces, this could definitely be aspecting you. Just make sure that you're not deceiving or deluding anyone else, as it pertains to love or finances in home and family. Now, the moon in Cancer will square Chiron in Aries at 9 degrees, so a healing is needed. Just be careful to attain it in a nonviolent way. So this is talking about your area of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things that you're passionate about being squared by romance, creative endeavors, and children. So you might find yourself, overspending. Make sure you don't get into any arguments over things you're passionate about with a romantic partner, someone within a creative endeavor, or a child. Talk it out with them, because there's healing in the sign of Aries. So just like I said, talk things out in a non-violent way. If you have any aspects between 6 and 12 degrees of Cancer or Aries, you could find yourself dealing with this on Tuesday. The moon will trine Pallas in Pisces at 9 degrees. A blessing comes to home and family because of your efforts or your talents. Fighting an injustice or simply protecting another could also be in order for you. Now, with this blessing coming your way, the blessing is in home and family. as it pertains to your creativity. So this could be about a home-based business too, your creativity and your talents and things like that. Now you're receiving blessings through shared finances, endings, new beginnings, things you're passionate about because of your talents. And if you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Cancer or Pisces, you could see those blessings. Okay. You could even see yourself fighting an injustice because of, like I said, something that you're passionate about, and see, some blessings because of it. Now on Wednesday, the sun in Scorpio is at 4 degrees. That's a day when tower moments can happen because of hatred, or rash behavior. Okay. Now you must be well prepared, or plans could fail or fall by the wayside, because there's all kinds of people off to the side trying to set traps and things like that on this day. This is also a day where you're really prompted to make sure that you have insurance in place. Okay, Scorpio is your area of secret, sacrifice, and solitude. So this is things going on behind the scenes. People hating on you behind the scenes. People setting up traps for you behind the scenes. Okay, so you really, really want to watch out for that. The areas that square that area are long distance travel, education and skills, what you think and what you preach, as well as I would say communication, siblings, your networks of people, and short distance travel. So you have people near and far gossiping about you in the background. Because it's affecting travel on both ends, I would definitely advise for you to have insurance, on your vehicle, or if you're making any travel arrangements, put some type of insurance in place for that. Insurance on yourself if you're traveling, that's just in case. Guard yourself from spiritual attacks as well, if you know anything about that, because you have people in the background trying to affect you spiritually. So pray or delve into whatever practice you use to protect yourself from energetic vampires or people who mean you harm in the energetic realm. Okay. Most of you know what I mean. If you have any placements between between 1 and 7 degrees of Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo, these are the things you kind of have to worry about, in the areas that you have to worry about. So look in your chart to see if you have those placements. Also on Wednesday, the moon in Cancer will trine Scorpio and Vesta at 19 degrees. This is a blessing because of a commitment or someone's devotion. Okay. Now, this is your area of secret, sacrifice, and solitude. This might be where you're devoted to your passions. Okay. Where you're devoted to sex and intimacy, where you're devoted to generating shared finances and creating the endings and new beginnings that you want to create. There's some type of blessing coming in because of your devotion, because of you working in your solitude, and things like that. Even working on closure. But a blessing will come in. Maybe it's a blessing of closure. Maybe it's a blessing of you healing, yourself. So, or even shared finances and things like that. But success can be had, especially if you have placements between 16 and 22 degrees of Cancer or Scorpio. Now, on Wednesday, the moon in Cancer at 21 degrees will aspect Venus in Sagittarius. Be careful if you're out having a good time. Okay, keep it fun and try not to overspend. You may need money for another issue. You may need shared finances, for things that you're passionate about. You may need shared finances for yourself in some way. For endings and new beginnings that you're trying to cultivate. So try not to go overboard. You have the South Node in your sign, so you're going to be more prone to lower vibrational tendencies and wanting, I'm going to get that pizza anyway, even though I know I shouldn't get it, or, I'm going to have that piece of chocolate cake, things like that. But, we all have to have treat ourselves sometimes. Just watch out for overspending, the shared finances, because it is aspecting you on that day. And if you have placements between 18 and 24 degrees, you could find yourself kind of overdoing it or overspending, in that area, or just even indulging. Okay. Now, the moon in Cancer will trine Neptune in Pisces at 20 degrees. A spark of insight can be a blessing for you. This is about dreams, illusions, and intuition as it pertains to home and family and your shared finances there. Um, Things you're passionate about there. Endings and new beginnings, even sex and intimacy. There's some blessing, some spark of insight you might have, or some blessing that comes your way. Maybe you even, have a nice romantic time with, your lover on that day. That maybe that's the blessing. Maybe it's shared finances that comes your way because of something you've dreamt up. Either way, if you have placements in Cancer or Pisces between 17 and 23 degrees, this is aspecting for you. Also on Wednesday, the moon in Cancer will be opposite Jupiter in Aquarius at 22 degrees. So luck shines on this degree with the help of another. If you have any placements between, I'd say, 19 and 25 degrees of Aquarius or Cancer, you'll have some type of lucky opportunities or assistance communicated to you through a sibling, through someone in your networks of people. It could be a neighbor. It could be communicated to you during short distance travel as well. And it's regarding your shared finances, something you're passionate about, sex or intimacy, or either endings or new beginnings. But this is a lucky opportunity or assistance coming your way, pertaining to that area. Last but not least, on Wednesday, Pluto in Capricorn at 24 degrees will semi-sextile Juno in your sign. This is an opportunity to transform. Okay, maybe it's through your marriage or through a partnership of some kind. Don't do it all yourself. Try to get other people to help you. Okay, and this is about finances and personal resources. This is not going to be just offered to you because it's a semi-sextile. So it's there, but you have to grab it. You have to put your best foot forward to transform in your personal money and resources. Okay, as it pertains to your marriage or you creating partnerships. If you have any placements between 21 and 27 degrees of Capricorn or Sagittarius, this is aspecting for you on Wednesday. Now on Thursday, the sun in Scorpio at 5 degrees says to put effort in. Pay attention to the details. Don't be lazy. Don't be set in your ways either, because that could cause fights and tension, or more chaos behind the scenes for you. So you want to watch out for that, because this is your area of secret sacrifice and solitude, even healing and spirituality. So if you have placements between 2 and, I would say, 8 degrees of Scorpio, then this is aspecting you, and the fights could be pertaining to Leo or Aquarius. So if you have any placements within those degrees in Leo or Aquarius, you really want to watch out for people, just like I said, around you, who are causing trouble behind the scenes. There are people causing trouble behind the scenes, near and far. They're gossiping, and it's really out of, a lot of times it's really out of jealousy, so don't let that bother you. Don't let anybody take you out of your square. Don't let anybody push you into arguing with them, even if it's a sibling, if it's a co-worker, if it's someone in your networks of people, if it's a neighbor, if it's someone at a distance from you, if it's someone that wants to argue about what you think and what you preach. You don't have time for that. Okay? I mean, talking to someone is one thing, but someone wanting to argue with you and constantly disagree with you, you don't have time for that, because that's when they get your chakras all out of alignment, and then it's going to be hard for you to manifest what it is you mean to manifest. And you don't want to let somebody goat you into being your own demise. Okay? People fall into that trap all the time, and you don't want to do that. Okay? So just be mindful of that. Focus on your work. Focus on your education and skills. Cultivating those, and eyes on the prize. Okay. Now, also on Thursday, the moon in Leo is at 2 degrees. It's going to sextile the North Node in Gemini. This is assistance helping you to forge toward your highest aspirations. This is prompting you to stick to your morals, okay? Stick to your morals as it pertains to your education and skills, what you think and preach. Stick to your morals when you're dealing with your relationships, even with people at a distance from you. Okay, because someone is looking at you and they're wanting to help you and assist you to forge toward your highest aspirations because of what it is you think and preach, because of your education and skills. Okay, so go ahead and pull that in. If you have placements between 0 and I'd say 5 degrees of Leo or Gemini, this is aspecting you. Okay, the moon in Leo also is going to square, this is on Thursday still. This is still on Thursday. The moon in Leo will square Scorpio at 5 degrees. A challenge is aspecting, okay? Remember to lay down your sword on that day. Don't argue with anybody about what you think and preach. Don't use your education and skills or what you think and preach to argue with someone, behind the scenes, or talk about someone behind the scenes, or gossip about someone behind the scenes. Someone is definitely doing that to you if you have placements between 2 and 8 degrees of Scorpio or Leo. But you don't fall into that, because that's when you block your blessings. Remember, that's when you get your chakras unaligned. Someone is definitely trying to affect your energetic sphere. Now, this is already going on now because the sun is in Scorpio, and this is going to be highlighted to you more and more where people are going to be trying to affect you. Even in times where you feel, if you just all of a sudden get down, or all of a sudden just don't feel like working, or all of a sudden, chaos is going around in your house, or you're arguing, with people around you and your networks of people, it's people attacking you behind the scenes. Okay, keep your energy reserves up. Listen to music that brings your energy up. Make sure you're taking time to meditate. You don't want to allow people to mess up the good you have going on. If you have to snooze people, for my people that are entrepreneurs on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, if you need to snooze people, put them on snooze so you don't even see them. You don't even have to let them know that you're deleting them, because then that'll cause even more strife, and then they'll, really try to get at you. Snooze them so you don't even see them, and then you don't even have to worry about it. You have to think smart with these energy vampires and these people who are trying to affect you behind the scenes. Guard your energy. Make sure that you put things in place to protect yourself, okay? And protect your energy. Make sure you're doing your spiritual baths. Make sure you're meditating. Make sure you're lighting sage and burning it around the house, letting up the windows and letting that negative energy out of there. Ground cloves are really good as well for protecting your energy, okay? Putting it around the four corners of your home or car or whatever it is you want to protect, that's good as well. But you definitely need to watch that, because at the end of the week, Mars is going to move into your sector of secret, sacrifice, solitude, and spirituality. So you're really going to be experiencing that. So if you have bouts of depression and just, your emotions going up and down, you already know it's not you. It's someone else trying to affect you. Okay? You got to learn how to cut ties with that energy. Cut your energy off from people. Now, the moon in Leo will aspect Saturn in Aquarius at 7 degrees. So a restriction or responsibility is in focus for you. So with the moon in your sector of what you think and what you preach, education and skills, long distance travel, it is directly aspecting communication, siblings, short distance travel, and your networks of people. So you might have some type of restriction or responsibility placed on you communicated to you from someone in your networks of people, or even a sibling. You might have to travel. You also might have some things going on with your vehicle. So you want to make sure that you have your oil change, your tires checked, and all of that stuff, gas in your car. Check your travel arrangements, because you could see delays in travel, or you could have some things going on with travel, and it could place some restrictions on you. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're mindful of that and you're taking care of that, and you're making sure you're focused on your responsibilities as well. Because on Thursday, around that 7-degree mark, if you have placements between 4 and 10 degrees, that's going to pop up for you, okay? 4 and 10 degrees of Leo or Aquarius. Now, Venus in Sagittarius, your sign, at 22 degrees is going to sextile Jupiter in Aquarius. So this is lucky assistance or opportunities coming your way for romance, for generating finances, for just having a good time in general. You'll have an opportunity. Somebody might offer, communicate that they want to have fun to you. Somebody in your networks of people, maybe even a sibling, maybe even a neighbor. Okay. If you do decide to go out, okay, and you are taking maybe your lover with you or something like that, you want to make sure that you are, you have a handle on jealousy, okay? Try not to get jealous, maintain your jealousy. And if you're out having fun, hopefully this is not your romantic partner getting jealous because you're out, on the town. If you have placements within 19 to 25 degrees, this is going to be aspecting for you. Okay, so be aware of that. Now, on Friday, the sun in Scorpio is at 6 degrees. Money could fall into your lap that day. Don't squander it if it does. This is about secret sacrifice and solitude. Money coming to you behind the scenes that nobody knows about. If you have placements in Scorpio, Cancer, or Capricorn between 3 and 9 degrees, this is aspecting for you, because those are your sectors of money and shared finances. Okay, so check to see, and you could have some money coming your way. Now, in the morning around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Leo at 13 degrees is going to square Uranus and Taurus. If you're not ready or qualified to do something, don't say that you are. Okay, think before reacting or responding to something, just that comes all of a sudden. This applies to defending someone as well. Now, this is your area of what you think and what you preach, your education and skills, long distance travel. So this might be you just, offering up and saying, yeah, hey, I can travel a long distance. And then turns out you can't, or you saying, you using what you think and what you preach to defend someone. It's clashing with your area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. Somebody might be asking you to do something within your daily routines, to be of service to them, to work for them, to help them out in health. Or you might be speaking up for someone at work, and defending someone. And this might be somebody who's not even worth defending. So just be mindful of that, of all of those things. Because if you have placements in Leo or Taurus between 10 and 16 degrees, this is aspecting for you. So be aware of that and be ready. Now, even though it's early in the morning, so you'll probably be still wiping the sleep out of your eyes, but still, you heard it here first. The moon in Leo at 16 degrees on Friday also will sextile Lilith in Gemini. So yours or someone else's natural instincts to assist is in view. And this could be an opportunity to actually gain power over someone else. This is your area of what you think and preach, education and skills, and long distance travel as it pertains to your relationships. So you might be going through kind of like a power struggle, but it's coming through assistance. It's kind of like, first of all, if you have placements in Gemini or Leo between 13 and 19 degrees, this is aspecting you. It's kind of like when your parents say if they tell one of your siblings, can you go get me a pillow so I can prop my legs up? And then you run and you go get it first and put it under your parents' leg. You do it out of a power play so you can gain that favor over your parents, over your sibling. Gain your parents' favor over your sibling. It's a power play, through opportunities or assistance. So it's kind of like that. That's just a small example. Now, the moon in Leo at 18 degrees is going to sextile Mercury and Libra. Someone communicates assistance your way. If you have any placements between 15 and 21 degrees of Libra or Leo, something could be communicated to you through a friend or a social group. Some goal could be accomplished. Somebody could be helping you to maybe expand your message, get your word out, expand your reach as far as your education and skills, your creativity, maybe even someone at a distance from you within a social group is helping you out. If you have any placements between those degrees in those signs, you have that help aspect in you. Now, Saturday is the last day we're going to go over. On Saturday, the sun in Scorpio is at 7 degrees. This is a day where rewards can be attained or justice can be had, but also one where one must remain faithful in love. Okay, even in love. Jealousy can rear its ugly head on that day as well. If you have placements between 4 and 10 degrees of Scorpio, this is your sector of secret, sacrifice, and solitude. It clashes with what you think and preach, your education and skills in long distance travel, as well as short distance travel, your siblings, communication, and I would say your networks of people. So the clashing in those areas, you could see some type of restriction or responsibility put on you, and you might have to travel. You might have to do something for a sibling or someone in your networks of people. You might have to work in your solitude on your education and skills, what you think and preach. You could be trying to, you could have a lot on you when you're trying to attain some type of healing or closure as it pertains to a sibling or even a neighborhood or something like that, with neighbors. It could be any of those things. But if you have those placements in Scorpio or Aquarius, beware that you could have a restriction or responsibility clashing. And it will have to do, with travel, probably most likely, or even your education and skills. Maybe you have a prior engagement that you have to take care of, that comes up that opposes another engagement that's communicated to you through a sibling or something like that, or you're someone in your networks of people. Now, the moon in Leo will sextile Mars and Libra at 29 degrees. So assistance or opportunities to overcome challenges within a partnership will surface, where one may have misjudged a situation severely, or where someone may have misjudged the severity of a situation. So someone's coming in, a friend or someone within a social group, is coming in to help you overcome some challenges, and it will help you to accomplish a goal as it pertains to your education and skills, what you think and preach, or even long distance travel. Venus in Sagittarius will semi-sextile Pluto in Capricorn at 24 degrees as well. So this is prompting you not to burn the candle at both ends. A healthy dose of work and play is definitely recommended if you are going out and having fun or trying to generate finances or just have a good time. Now, this is about a transformation in your money or your resources, and you're working hard to do so. But with it aspecting Venus in your sign, you might want to be, push it on both ends. If you need help with something, ask. This is a semi-sextile, so the opportunity and assistance is there, but with it being a semi-sextile, you have to grab that opportunity or assistance. You have to grab the opportunity to generate finances, to go out and have fun, to have a good time, as it pertains to, resources and money, of course. Now, Mercury and Libra will aspect Neptune and Pisces at 20 degrees. So communication within a partnership could be skewed because of a figment of someone's imagination. There could be people in your sector of friends and social groups kind of clashing with home and family. Maybe there's some illusions or delusions going on, somebody plotting or gossiping about you. Maybe they're trying to mess up your home, or what you got going on in home and family. They're trying to hinder the transformation that you're trying to have there. You focus on putting the work in as opposed to meaningless chatter. Don't let what anybody says bother you. You know, if you have to cut ties with people, sometimes you have to cut ties with people because some people just like to plot and gossip. You know, you already have this, you know, aspect in you. You already know that this is going to be going on if you have placements between 17 and 23 degrees of Libra or Pisces. So with you already knowing that, you can already be looking for it. Okay. If you want to talk to them about, you know, their delusions, then that's up to you. But if you want to just cut them off, you know, that's up to you as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about for Saturday is Mars moving into your sector of secret, sacrifice, solitude, closure, and spirituality. Remember, I talked about that before. Energetic attacks and people talking about you behind the scenes, trying to affect what you have going on behind the scenes. Mind your temper. If you find out somebody's gossiping about you or talking about you, conflicts can arise, especially if you have placements between 0 and 3 degrees. So if you have, or even going back into Libra at 29 and 28 degrees, you're going to feel this off rip as soon as Mars moves into Scorpio. Okay. But it's going to be going on all November, really, because Mars is going to be there. Okay. Now, it's really going to be intense around your degrees, you know, or whatever, wherever you have Scorpio. It's going to be really intense there. But, and if you have placements in Leo or Aquarius, okay? So, those are the areas it squares: that gossip, that travel, siblings, communication, neighbors, long distance travel, short distance travel, education and skills, what you think and preach. It's squaring all of that behind the scenes, okay? So, you know, you want to be careful, like I said, in all of those areas. Now, Mars doesn't only bring conflicts. It also, or more energy put in. It also brings blessings because of the energy that you put in. So where you are forced to put in more energy or required to put in extra effort, you can see blessings come in the guise of under the guise of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things you're passionate about. Okay, sex and intimacy could be better. You could be making money. Home and family could brighten because you're making shared finances there as well. But you have to put in the work. You might have to work in your solitude. Okay, you might have to make sacrifices, but it will be worth it. You could also generate assistance and opportunities in career to garner money and resources. But like I said, you'll probably have to work in your solitude, or you'll probably have to make sacrifices for it. But yet and still, those areas of Virgo and Capricorn bring you opportunities to generate money and resources. So check your chart to see where you have that Virgo and that Capricorn aspect. Okay. And for the blessings, it's going to be your Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces placements. God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for your tarot portion of your reading coming up next. Bye now. Now, within this business organization, or this is either, because you got the Hierophant card. So this talks about some type of business organization, or a mother figure, maybe even the mother side of the family. There's some type of momentary peace or some type of calm restored, because you got the 6 of Swords. So there's a transition taking place. A break is available for you at this time, and it's allowing you to forge toward your passions, to forge toward something passionately. Okay. Something about creativity, something starting to materialize, whether it's a project or a person. The Knight is determined, and things are likely to speed up as what you need falls into place. Now you have also the Chariot card aspecting. That's you driving something forward. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign person. And with you dealing with that Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign person, what is being offered to you, or what you are offering to them, could feel like monotonous. Maybe like bonds have fizzled out within a relationship and you're having to have strength to weather whatever, monotony or storm you're having to weather with this Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign person. Or this could be you driving forward successfully and hoping that what you're offering, you having the strength to uphold your offer and hoping that what you're offering is going to be accepted. Okay. It could be that as well. But it looks like you're having to, not weather a storm, but just be strong as it pertains to what's being offered. Let me see. Have strength through passion, compassion, endurance, patience, courage. Persistence is needed to face maybe even a potentially dangerous opponent, or to face someone not wanting what you're offering, or you even not wanting what someone else is offering, and now you're having to deal with facing that. You're being encouraged to exert control over your life through love rather than force. Okay? Have compassion. Okay? Whether it's you offering something to someone or someone offering something to you. Maybe you should take this cup being offered from this Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign person. If bonds have fizzled out within a relationship, maybe you should use some type of compassion and try to strengthen them. Okay? Now, as far as your challenges and advice, it's permeated by the 10 of Wands. So, burden, stress, hard work. Okay? This is aspecting you. Now, the challenge is you not acting too hastily. There's going to be some raw power, some mental clarity that's going to come through about money, finances, happiness, wealth, inheritance. You're being prompted not to act too hastily as it pertains to this money, wealth, happiness. Okay. Yeah, don't act too hastily. And definitely don't take up any arms with anyone over money. But be vested in your own interest. And while you're waiting, balance your time, your give and take. Balance your money. Don't overspend. Because you could be going through a time of uncertainty as it pertains to money. You're at the 9 of Wands with that, with you balancing out that money. You're having to persevere. There's a test of faith there. But you're almost there. You're almost there. You put in the work. So all you have to do is continue to balance your pentacles, your money, and your time. And be vested in your own interests as it pertains to business. Don't make any hasty actions. Okay? I love you guys. God bless you. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next week. Bye now, Saggy.